Hello everyone, this is your 5 and welcome to the Cobra Zartan tutorial review. And today we will be looking at the 2010 release by Hasbro of the G.I. Joe Pursuit of Cobra action figure review. And today's action figure review, we'll be looking at the Desert Battle Zartan Master of Disguise. Now I got this straight from a local toy shop near my area for 38 ringgit. Original price tag there is 39 ringgit and 90 cents. So I save up 2 ringgit there, which is really good. Now let's take a look at the front part packaging itself. You'll notice the packaging on one side is a bit bent. It's not as bad as the others though. Some of the others I saw in the shop, top portion is popped off. Now the packaging itself is designed to bear resemblance to the 25th anniversary version with a mixture of the Rise of Cobra artwork. Now you got the G.I. Joe logo on the top, and you notice that the artwork itself, it didn't cover a lot on the bottom part of the font, well, at least one section, but the bird itself just, well, cover 2 of the letters, or at least 1/2 of the letters of the G.I. Joe logo there. So it's quite interesting to see that. And you'll notice that the character artwork is no longer surrounded by blue glow, but rather in white glow, and a little bit faded blue at the back there. It's really interesting. And you got a nice little artwork of Zartan there with the covered head of the falcon, or perhaps a hawk, I'm not too sure. At the bottom, his name Zartan, Master of Disguise, and here at the bottom section here you have the Cobra logo. Now in the plastic bubble itself, Zartan comes with a lot of accessories. You've got the figure itself, and there's an assault rifle at the back here, a handgun on his hand, and I would believe that's a falcon, and the headpiece thing that's shown just like in the artwork here to cover the falcon's head, a staff, another head for disguise, a vest, a backpack, and a base stand at the bottom part here. There's no catalog this time. Now at the back here, on the top part here, there's a small little write-up stating what G.I. Joe is really about and who they're up against, which is Cobra. Their mission theater this time is Desert Battle, and you'll notice there's a nice little diorama going on. I really love this diorama, all this sand and the shag. You got Dusty here, the His Tank version 5 is there as well. I believe there's something here, I just can't tell what it is. And the Alley Viper there, I'm not too sure why there's an Alley Viper in a desert scenario. I would think that he will just die of exhaustion or, you know, dehydrated from this really extreme heat. You got Zartan there, and there's another figure here which I have no idea who it is because it only shows the legs. Now at the bottom there's the file card for Zartan. Zartan is a master of disguise who works for Cobra as a mercenary and covert agent. This expert mimic can impersonate anyone. During the desert battle, he disguises himself as a desert native to slip behind enemy lines, then impersonates a G.I. Joe trooper to steal valuable battle information. Mission equipment: hand-forged steel wakizashi swords. He has swords? I don't see any swords there. Well, maybe we'll open up and see if there's any swords. So without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest the toys and see if there's any swords. Be right back. And we're back after removing the figure and the rest of the stuff out from packaging. Now let's take a look at the base stand here. Comes with a Cobra base stand that is actually the same design as the 25th anniversary version, except for this one they retooled the base stand to have an additional peg. Bottom of the feet of the figure itself, there's 2 holes for you to plug onto the pegs itself so it can stand properly. Now on top portion here you got a Cobra logo, which is very nice, and the nameplate there is stated Zartan. On the other side is stated 2007 Hasbro, made in China. Now let's take a look at his accessories. There's a lot of accessories here for both Zartan and his disguise. Now let's take a look at the weapons. This is for his disguise. You got assault rifle, very detailed stuff. At the back here you got the stock, and it's already loaded with 1 magazine clip and has a spare clip strapped next to it. Very nice, I really love this. On the top part here you got a scope. On the side here you got a flashlight. Very detailed stuff. I really love this weapon. However, it can't be said the same with the handgun. This is the same handgun that came from the Rise of Cobra, or well, when one of the figures accessory from Wave 1. This is in beige colors and it's not really detailed. It doesn't have a handle, and the laser sighting at the bottom part here is actually, it's still alright, but it's not a lot of detail being put onto this handgun, and there's no way for you to store the handgun like a holster or anything. You have to put it in the backpack. And speaking of backpack, there's your backpack here. It's also very detailed stuff. You got a strap here, nice little details being put there. You can actually store the head, or the disguise head, or his head into this section here. It's meant for the head. It's kind of creepy that, well, considering that Zartan is carrying around with a severed head. Now in the packaging it said it comes with 2 wakizashis, and the 2 wakizashis was actually strapped onto his belt there, and I didn't even notice. You can actually strap onto the belt. So the hole now. There you have it. Nicely done. However, only the left hand can grip it quite tight. The right hand is a bit too widened up. You notice, a bit too widened up, so it has a problem trying to hold the wakizashis. Now, for the head, it comes with a goggle there, and the goggle is also nicely done. Comes with a translucent clear plastic, which is sort of yellowish. You got an extra head there, a nice little sculpt, wearing a skull cap. His face on the front is more redder compared to the sides because it's like he's having a sunburn. Both heads can actually wear the goggle, including Zartan. Very nice. And see, even Zartan can wear a goggle. I really like the amount of accessories they put on this figure. Next we have a vest. Also quite nicely painted and sculpted as well. There's a water canteen here in the back. You've got a small little bag. Very nice. On the side here you got the button. Just strap it on, remove the head, strap it on, push the button, and he's wearing it. This is part of the disguise. Next we have a staff, which his left hand can only grip the staff. His right hand's grip is a bit too widened up, so it's a bit too loose for him to hold the staff. And the staff is meant for the bird. Got a nice little bird here. Very detailed stuff. All the feathers are all sculpted. All the lines there is also visible at the bottom part here. Very detailed stuff. Really good paint job on it as well, especially on the eyes. The outer ring of the eyes itself is yellow, but within the eyes itself is all black. Even the beak is nicely painted, especially on the tip. It's painted in black. Nice little claws there. And the bird can perch onto the staff itself, like so. The bird has an accessory, which is shown in the front part packaging. You got this. You got the bird mask to cover the bird's eyes, like so. It's not painted though. I wish it's painted. It would be nice. The feather is not painted, but really nice detailed stuff. Can't even believe the bird actually has an accessory. Beat that, shipwreck. Now let's take a look at the figure's paint job. I really like the paint job, really do, because the top part of the skin itself is all sort of tan red. It's like he's having a bad sunburn. You know, Zartan, if you can't handle the sun, why the hell are you in the desert battle? It's really funny. Bottom part here is a bit more tan. Front part of the face is a bit less tan compared to, wow, this red stuff on the top here. It's really hilarious. This section is not painted in as red as the rest of the body. Face paint job is also quite nice. So does the rest of the paint job here. There's no paint smears or paint smudges anywhere on the body. It's really nicely done. I really love the amount of paint job they put onto this figure itself. The details are really great. Now let's take a look at the sculpt. Now the figure's face sculpt is exactly the same as the 25th anniversary version of, well, Zartan, except they gave him a bald head, because the original version he's stuck with the hood itself. So he's stuck with the hood. Now we have the hood. And speaking of hood, I forgot about the hood. Comes with a hood. It's very nicely painted as well. You got the beige and, well, a lot of dirty black smudges all over the place. And the back here, you got a nice little Cobra logo there. And by wearing it, here you have it. There's Zartan for you. Very nice. The sculpt itself, actually majority of it is very new, except for the arms here, because this arms, this upper bicep and the lower elbow there is actually, well, being recycled for the Toy Us exclusive of Spirit Iron Knife. Don't believe me? Make a comparison. This arms is reused, but it's still new, still good. The body is nothing to shout about. There's some details on the muscle tones there, and the face sculpt is exactly the same. Now we have the hood. It looks, well, Zartan being bald. Another note to take is he doesn't look anything like the original actor for the Rise of Cobra movie. Even the file card there, you notice the artwork, it bears a little bit resemblance to the actor himself from the Rise of Cobra. However, the figure itself is basically taken from the 25th anniversary version. Interesting now. The body itself is simple in sculpt, but the interesting note, I thought this is a part of the body itself, but no, this is actually a separate piece. There's no button for you to remove it, so there you go. Now let's take a look at the figure's articulation. Now the head can pivot up and down this much, not much though. It goes side to side a little bit and turn 360 degrees. Shoulder joints here can turn 360 degrees and raise the arms this far. Elbow joint can bend this far, back a little bit and turn 360 degrees. Wrist joint swivels and turn 360 degrees. Torso here, belly move back a little bit and forward a little bit and turn 360 degrees. Hip joint here, move forward a little bit back, and if there's nothing hindering it, it'll spread this far. Now the knee joint here is double jointed, it bends all the way this much, and the ankle joint here pivots downwards, upwards, and then 360 degrees. Now overall, I really like this entire figure's accessories being placed onto it. This is a lot of accessories for this figure, so much so that you can actually, well, have them store all together, but not when he's wearing a disguise though. Like, well, he can't store the staff and the bird will have to put someplace else. There's a lot of details being put onto the figure itself. I really like the paint job, especially on the tan, the sunburn light paint job. It's kind of interesting to see that even Dusty don't have that kind of a paint job. Put the head in, put the goggles on, very nice. Put the bag, very nice. His camouflage disguise is actually very nicely done though, making it as you have 2-in-1 figure there, or 3-in-1, because Zartan looks a bit similar to Raptor there. So if I'm gonna give a rating on this, I would say I'll give it a 9 out of 10. So I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.